I often wonder, what is the meaning of purpose, and does such a thing exist? What is this thing that everyone is talking about? Finding your purpose. It's all about living your life with a purpose, otherwise you're not going to have any reason for living. And I do agree to some extent, right? It does make sense because logically, why else would we exist if we don't have something that we're sort of working towards? But then it came to me that, does that mean in life we're always chasing something to have purpose? Is there no such ideal that existing is just enough? Because if you look at like the other animals that exist and the way that they just chilling. And I think we've kind of come to a point where we've become so ambitious as humans that we need to just take a chill from time to time and just exist. Because the thing with purpose is everyone has a different purpose at each stage of their life. It's not static, right? So when you're younger, you're going to be thinking about exams. Your purpose is education. Maybe midlife, it's not about education, it's more so about bills to pay, or what do I want to become? And then when you get older, it's more so about my family is my purpose, or something like that, right? And this kind of gives them meaning. But again, these are all external factors that give us reasons to live. But why can't we think of something that's more kind of internal? Something that is just within us. And I think that is merely just to exist. And you might be thinking already, damn, what are you on about? Talking about just existing, that's just a bland life, a purposeless life, right? Yeah, it is, but I think a big part of it is just you're respecting nature, life, the cycles of life, time. You're just existing and being in all the awe that is, right? Because at that point, there's no society, there's no everyone else, there's no goals, there's no missions. It's just us inside, internally. And I think living like that sometimes can really bring beauty in the simple things, in the moments that you live, because you're living so much in the present that you're not thinking about purpose, which is like rooted in the future, right? And then from just existing, you're going to tap into more of the kind of natural side of you. I guess the one that, maybe our ancestors used to be in, which is like exploring and trying new things and growing, life in that kind of wondrous joy rather than chasing something constantly. And I'm not saying don't chase anything. Of course, you're going to have goals, ambitions. Who's going to pay the bills? Who's going to have a nice car or house or whatever it is that kind of, gives you a bit of joy, right? But I'm talking about like the things that sort of, I guess, society or maybe you've just deemed to have, and you're so like looped into this that time is just going so fast. You don't even know what's going on a day-to-day basis. If I asked you, what did you have for breakfast yesterday, and you don't really know the answer to that, then yeah, I'm talking to you then. All right, like the moments where you just really take in the sun on your face. Right now it's winter, so we get none of that. But yeah, sunsets, like basic senses, like things you can hear or touch or smell, look at. These are what you're kind of operating on every single day, but you don't really pay any attention into just being with all of these things. All right, so sometimes when you're really like struggling with your purpose or whatever is going on, maybe you might need to ask yourself what really feels meaningful right now. What is giving me any kind of joy, and what really makes me live in the now? What small things do I like? And how are you spending time in the moments of stillness that you're in? And I think that's what truly leads to a meaningful life. And from that, you actually find your purpose, because you're living so much in the now. You're operating on a sense of who you actually are and not who you want to be. And then you can start to create the character that you really want to be. There's always meaning around you. You don't necessarily need to have a grand purpose to live a meaningful life, because at the end of the day, who's giving meaning to your life? You are. If you believe in a God, then God is too. But yeah, since you're giving yourself meaning, that is literally everything that is happening to you right now. The moments that you savor, the connections you make, the things that you explore, it's all enough. And you're enough right now. Alright, so make sure you live fully and don't be so sort of banged up on the idea of purpose, because I feel like it's a more modern kind of societal thing that we've developed now. Remember, it's okay to just exist. Sometimes you can find more clarity on your purpose when you do just exist, because you're letting yourself go. You're letting the thoughts flow in, the creative juices flowing, and you're just chilling in the moment. Alright, so hope that helps, and peace and blessings be to you all.